You know those flower vending machines you occasionally spot? Maybe grabbing a last-minute something at the airport?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, it turns out that quick floral fix is part of a much bigger and, frankly, surprising growth story in automated retail.
It really is remarkable when you look into it. This isn't just a few novelty machines scattered here and there.
No,
The
exact.
data points to, well, a substantial and rapidly expanding market.
Exactly. And for this deep dive, we've got our hands on a brand new market research report, Flower Vending Machine Market Trends and Future Opportunities. It's from Cognitive Market Research, hot off the press yesterday, May 3rd, 2025.
Very timely then.
Yeah. So our mission today is simple. To get you completely in the know about this fascinating floral frontier, we're going to unpack where this market stands right now.
Okay.
What's making it take root and grow, the challenges it's facing, and what the future might, blossom into. Think of it as your fast track to understanding this interesting intersection of technology, how we shop, and even those little bursts of emotion that come with giving and receiving flowers.
It's a great way to look at it. And what's fascinating to consider right from the start is the driving force behind this growth. Why are we seeing this increased momentum for something that seems, well, as straightforward as a vending machine for flowers?
Yeah, good question.
The report highlights a key factor: a significant rise in the demand for automated retail solutions across the board.
That makes perfect sense when you think about it. It's all about that on-the-go convenience we've kind of come to expect, right?
Uh-huh.
And the general increase in self-service options. People are looking for quick, no-fuss ways to make purchases, and while flower vending machines slot right into that trend.
They really do.
Imagine that moment at the airport when you realize, oh no, I need a gift, and there it is, a machine filled with fresh flowers.
And it extends beyond just ease. These machines offer a level of accessibility that traditional florists can't always match. They provide 247 availability
Yeah.
in those high-traffic hubs we mentioned: airports, shopping centers, hospitals, even subway stations.
Yeah, metro stations too.
That constant access caters perfectly to those unplanned needs, whether it's, a sudden impulse or maybe a forgotten special occasion.
Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The report emphasizes that it's not just about where you can find them, but the how that's really evolving.
Ah, the technology aspect.
Exactly. Technological advancements are playing a massive role in this growth. We're talking about sophisticated automated refrigeration systems
Crucial.
designed to keep those delicate blooms fresh, easy to use contactless payment options, and even smart systems using AI to manage what's in stock.
Absolutely. And these technologies are not just bells and whistles. They're fundamental to the success and appeal of these machines.
Yeah.
Think about it. Effective refrigeration is absolutely crucial for maintaining the quality of a perishable product like flowers.
Can't have wilted flowers.
No way. Contactless payments offer a smooth and convenient transaction. And those AI-powered systems, they're doing things like tracking what's selling, predicting when to restock,
Yeah.
and ultimately minimizing waste, which is so important with a product that has, a limited shelf life.
The numbers really illustrate the scale of this growth. Back in 2024, the market was valued at around USD 4,124.5 million.
So over $4 billion.
Yeah. Looking ahead to 2032, projections show it ballooning to a staggering USD 11,931.6 million.
Wow, nearly 12 billion.
Right. With an average yearly growth rate, what's called a CGR, or compound annual growth rate of 14.2%. That's a significant expansion.
It is indeed. That's really strong growth.
Yeah.
And a major driver behind that impressive figure is the increasing demand for what the report terms smart temperature-controlled machines.
Makes sense.
Consumers rightly expect the flowers they purchase to be fresh, and these technological leaps are making that consistent freshness, well, a reality.
They even highlighted a specific instance. In April of 2023, a leading company introduced AI-driven inventory tracking systems.
Okay.
So these machines are essentially getting smarter about their stock, knowing what they have, what's popular, when they need a refill,
Right.
which helps reduce spoilage and ensures there are flowers available when you want them.
It's fascinating, isn't it? The synergy here.
Yeah.
You have the consumer desire for ultimate convenience aligning perfectly with technological innovations that now make it genuinely feasible to offer a, well, a high-quality product through a fully automated system.
Okay, so we've got a good picture of where the market is right now and the big forces propelling its growth. Let's dig into some of the specific trends that the report pinpoints. We've
Yeah.
already mentioned that 2024 market value of roughly $4.1 billion.
Right.
But what other key trends are shaping this floral market?
Well, the continued rise of those smart vending machines is definitely a dominant trend. It's evolving beyond simply dispensing flowers.
Yeah.
We're seeing machines equipped with diverse digital payment options, internet connectivity, that's the IoT, or Internet of Things,
Oh, yes, IoT.
allowing for remote monitoring and maintenance updates, and even artificial intelligence designed to offer personalized product recommendations.
Personalized recommendations from a vending machine.
Yeah. Imagine a vending machine suggesting a particular bouquet based on the current season or maybe recent holidays.
That's a pretty sophisticated touch,
Yeah.
and it sounds like sustainability is also becoming an increasingly important factor.
Definitely.
The report notes the growing adoption of environmentally friendly packaging materials and even the emergence of solar-powered machines. Apparently, Gamelsa launched solar-powered units back in 2023.
Yeah, I saw that mention. That seems like a smart move, both for the environment and potentially for, lowering energy costs.
For sure.
Exactly. As consumers become more aware of environmental issues, these sustainable models can offer a real competitive advantage and resonate with those broader values.
The report also draws a connection between this market growth and the increasing urbanization we're seeing globally, along with shifts in how we prefer to shop.
Right.
We're often more time-constrained, we value quick solutions, and self-service options are becoming increasingly common across various retail sectors.
If we look at the bigger picture, this reflects a fundamental change in consumer behavior, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A leaning towards efficiency and maybe greater autonomy in our purchasing experiences.
Yeah, I think so. Now let's talk about who's buying these flowers and where they're being bought. The report gives us a snapshot of the regional market share in 2024,
Okay.
and North America held the largest portion at 38%. This is attributed to having strong vending machine manufacturers, a well-established culture of gift-giving, and just a general consumer comfort with automated retail in both the U.S. and Canada.
That makes sense. The infrastructure and consumer acceptance for vending machines are quite mature in North America.
Right. Europe came in second with 30% of the market share, with countries like Germany, the UK, and France leading the way in embracing these automated floral solutions.
Europe also has a very strong tradition of giving flowers as gifts, so it's a natural progression to see this trend gaining traction there as well.
Yeah, good point. Interestingly, the Asia-Pacific region accounted for 22% of the market, but it's highlighted as a region with rapid growth potential.
Okay.
Driven by rising incomes, increasing urbanization, and the prevalence of these machines in countries like China, Japan, and South Korea.
Right.
In fact, Asia-Pacific is projected to reach 25% of the market by 2025, with a robust average yearly growth of 8.5%.
The rapid pace of urbanization and the growth in disposable incomes across much of the Asia-Pacific region are creating ideal conditions for this kind of convenient retail offering.
And cashless payments are huge there, too.
Oh, absolutely. The widespread adoption of cashless payment systems in many of these countries is also a significant contributing factor. Definitely makes it easier.
So, looking at the overall picture, it seems the main areas of focus are making these machines more intelligent with AI, ensuring the flowers maintain their freshness, and adopting more environmentally responsible ways of operating.
Precisely. These are the key areas of innovation and development that are really shaping the current trajectory of the flower vending machine market.
Now, who are the major players in this blossoming industry? The report gives us a look at the competitive landscape,
Okay.
emphasizing that it's a fairly competitive arena where automation, thoughtful design, and strategic placement of machines are critical for success.
Absolutely. The importance of strategic location cannot be overstated, especially when it comes to maximizing visibility and capturing those, all-important impulse purchases.
Totally. So in 2024, Gamelsa, a company based in Spain, held the leading position with a market share of 14.8%.
Gamelsa, okay.
Toujours Ouvert from Canada was next at 12.3%, and Guangzhou Light Industry from China held 9.5%. These appear to be the dominant players in the field.
Right. And what's interesting to note is that these market leaders are all heavily invested in those smart vending technologies we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Utilizing AI for efficient inventory management, leveraging real-time sales analytics to understand customer preferences, and of course, maintaining precise temperature control within their machines.
And it's not just these large companies operating in isolation. The report points out a growing trend of collaborations between these vending providers and local traditional florists.
Ah, that's so smart.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It allows the vending companies to broaden their offerings and tap into the established expertise of local floral businesses.
These kinds of partnerships can lead to a more diverse range of floral arrangements being available in the vending machines, potentially including more seasonal and locally sourced options, which can be a significant draw for consumers.
Definitely. We're also seeing the typical business activities, mergers, acquisitions, and strategic partnerships, all aimed at expanding the reach and making these flower vending machines more readily available in a wider range of locations.
Consolidation within the market.
Yeah, that can provide companies with the advantages of economies of scale and the ability to expand their geographic presence more rapidly.
Looking ahead to 2025, the report anticipates an even more competitive environment. It sounds like new companies are expected to enter the market,
Okay, interesting.
with a focus on developing smaller, more adaptable units, and even incorporating features that allow customers to, create their own customized bouquets right at the machine.
Oh, wow, customization at the machine.
Yeah, that's what it says. A direct response to some of the limitations we'll discuss later, I guess.
That ability to offer even a degree of customization could significantly enhance the appeal of flower vending machines, couldn't it? And attract a broader segment of the market.
For sure. So it seems people are becoming increasingly comfortable with the idea of purchasing flowers from an automated machine. What's driving this acceptance?
Well, the report really highlights the widespread convenience, the 247 accessibility.
And their strategic placement in high-traffic areas. Ultimately, the core of this acceptance is just the sheer convenience they offer.
Right.
The round-the-clock availability and their presence in easily accessible locations make it incredibly simple for people to pick up flowers exactly when they need them.
And get this statistic, in 2024, flower vending machines apparently accounted for roughly 35% of the entire self-service floral retail market.
35%.
Wow. Yeah. That's surpassing traditional kiosks and even online ordering when it comes to those spur-of-the-moment flower purchases.
That statistic really underscores the power of immediate availability and impulse buying in this market segment.
When you compare them to traditional brick-and-mortar florists, the report points out some key advantages for vending machines. They don't require staffing, they generally have lower overhead costs,
Right.
they're more space efficient, and they often involve less ongoing maintenance.
However, it's crucial to recognize that traditional florists still hold a vital place, particularly for those more elaborate custom floral designs and, highly personalized services that a vending machine simply can't replicate.
Absolutely. The report makes it clear that traditional shops remain the go-to for very specific and highly personalized bouquets.
Yeah.
But for those spontaneous gestures, corporate needs, or smaller celebrations, vending machines are becoming an increasingly preferred option.
They really cater to different needs and occasions. It's more about coexistence, I think,
Hmm.
and filling different niches within the overall floral market.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And the outlook for flower vending machines appears even brighter. Their market share is projected to climb to 38% by 2025.
Up from 35%.
Yeah. This growth is tied to those ongoing improvements in maintaining flower freshness, the increasing automation of bouquet assembly within the machines, and the continued expansion into more urban areas.
And we shouldn't forget the growing consumer preference for both convenience and contactless transactions, a trend that has become, even more pronounced in recent years.
Definitely. Let's delve a bit deeper into the technology that's powering all of this. The report outlines some key technological trends that are really shaping the flower vending machine market.
Okay. A major trend is the increasing integration of IoT, that Internet of Things, for remote monitoring.
Right, the remote monitoring.
This allows operators to keep track of crucial aspects like stock levels and the machine's operational status without needing to be physically present at each location. Big efficiency gain there.
And as we touched on earlier, AI is playing a significant role in stock management. It's not just about knowing when to refill.
Yep.
These sophisticated systems can analyze past sales data to make predictions about future demand, helping to ensure freshness and minimize waste.
This data-driven approach is becoming essential for optimizing efficiency and long-term profitability in this kind of automated retail operation.
The report also highlights the importance of enhanced digital payment options. It's all about making the purchase as seamless as possible for the consumer.
Absolutely.
The more payment methods accepted from credit cards to mobile wallets, the better the customer experience.
The shift towards contactless payment methods and the increasing use of mobile payment apps are significant factors in improving the overall convenience and, frankly, user-friendliness of these machines.
Yeah. The report circles back to Gamelsa's launch of solar-powered machines in 2023,
Right, the solar ones.
emphasizing the growing importance of sustainability, which is a trend we're observing across a wide range of industries.
And as we noted previously, this not only appeals to environmentally conscious consumers, but can also contribute to lower operational costs over time. It's kind of a win-win.
It's interesting to look at the regional market shares again in the context of these technological trends. Europe's leading 40% global market share in 2024.
40%, yeah. That was slightly different from the earlier figure, but noted as dominant.
Right, a slight discrepancy noted, but definitely dominant. This can be partly attributed to their established culture of gifting flowers and a generally high level of acceptance and adoption of automated retail solutions across various sectors.
They have a well-developed infrastructure and a consumer base that is, well, accustomed to using vending solutions for a variety of goods and services.
And Asia Pacific's rapid growth, with that projected 25% share by 2025,
Uh-huh.
is being fueled by their rapid urbanization, rising disposable incomes, and the speed at which they've embraced cashless transaction technologies.
The digital infrastructure in many parts of the Asia-Pacific region is very advanced, making the integration of digital payments in vending machines a very smooth and natural progression.
So it's clear that technology isn't just a minor feature, it's really the fundamental backbone of the modern flower vending machine market, driving efficiency, promoting sustainability, and ultimately fueling its growth.
Absolutely. These technological advancements are what make the entire concept not only viable, but also capable of scaling and meeting consumer expectations.
We've discussed many of the factors driving this growth, but to really nail it down, the report specifically points to the overall surge in demand for convenient and automated retail solutions as a primary catalyst.
Yeah, the core driving force is simply the increasing consumer demand for convenient self-service options across the entire retail landscape.
Right.
And flower vending machines are a logical and, well, appealing extension of this broader trend.
That 247 accessibility is a huge advantage, catering to those anytime purchase opportunities that traditional stores with their set business hours simply can't always accommodate.
It directly addresses the needs of busy individuals who may not have the time or the opportunity to visit a traditional florist during standard business hours. Makes perfect sense.
And the increasing popularity of self-service and contactless purchasing methods, a trend that has certainly been accelerated in recent years, provides a significant tailwind for the flower vending machine market.
This evolving consumer behavior, with a growing preference for minimal contact and greater self-sufficiency in transactions, aligns perfectly with the inherent benefits of vending machine retail.
The report also links this market expansion to the ongoing trend of urbanization and the faster pace of modern life we mentioned earlier.
Right.
People are looking for quick and efficient gifting solutions, and a strategically placed flower vending machine can be an unbeatable option sometimes.
In increasingly urbanized environments, where time is often a scarce commodity, these machines offer a rapid and efficient way to fulfill gifting needs. Spot on.
And of course, the technological advancements we've discussed, like improved refrigeration systems and user-friendly digital payment options, contribute to a more reliable and appealing overall experience, further driving market growth.
These technological improvements build greater consumer confidence in the reliability and the quality of the products offered through these automated channels. Trust is key.
Definitely. Finally, the report touches on the impact of e-commerce and the broader digital transformation, even though we're talking about a physical vending machine. Providers are leveraging technologies like IoT for remote monitoring and AI for sophisticated inventory management, all aimed at ensuring smooth operations and high levels of customer satisfaction regarding freshness and availability.
The integration of these digital tools behind the scenes is absolutely crucial for optimizing the performance and enhancing the overall customer experience with these automated retail units.
Now, it's not all coming up roses, so to speak.
Ah, the challenges.
Yeah. The report also highlights some significant challenges that are currently acting as potential brakes on even faster growth in the flower vending machine market.
One of the most significant hurdles is the relatively high initial investment required to purchase and install these specialized machines,
Right, they aren't cheap.
coupled with the ongoing maintenance costs. These are not your standard, simple snack vending machines. The sophisticated refrigeration units, the integrated digital payment systems, regular servicing, the costs of replenishing fresh flowers, potential repairs, and necessary software updates all contribute to a significant overhead.
That higher cost of entry and the continuous upkeep could definitely present a barrier for smaller businesses looking to enter this market.
It can create a considerable barrier to entry for smaller players and can impact overall profitability, particularly in the initial stages of operation. It's a big commitment.
Another challenge identified is the limited ability to customize floral arrangements compared to visiting a traditional flower shop.
Yeah, the customization piece.
Typically, you're selecting from pre-arranged bouquets. The report does mention some efforts to address this with things like offering a wider variety of pre-designed themed bouquets.
Right. Offering themed bouquets provides a degree of variety, but it still doesn't quite offer the level of, bespoke personalization that a customer might expect when interacting with a traditional florist.
Exactly. And perhaps the most critical concern when it comes to selling perishable items like flowers through a machine is consistently maintaining their freshness and quality.
This is huge.
The report emphasizes the absolute necessity of optimal storage conditions. Precise temperature and humidity control are paramount.
Absolutely critical.
If these conditions aren't carefully managed, you risk ending up with wilted, unsaleable flowers and, of course, disappointed customers.
With a perishable product like fresh flowers, maintaining stringent quality control within the vending machine environment is absolutely essential. Any lapse in temperature or humidity control can lead to significant product loss and, importantly, damage to the brand's reputation.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No. The report rightly emphasizes the importance of employing advanced preservation technologies to mitigate this risk.
So while the market is clearly expanding, these are definitely some important issues that need to be effectively addressed to ensure sustained and robust growth.
Overcoming these challenges through continued technological innovation and the implementation of efficient operational best practices will be crucial for the long-term success of the flower vending machine market. No question.
Looking to the future, the report outlines some really interesting expected developments in this evolving market.
Okay, what's next?
Well, we can anticipate an even greater integration of artificial intelligence-powered vending solutions. This will likely move beyond just basic inventory tracking
Right.
to encompass more sophisticated functions like predicting consumer demand with greater accuracy, optimizing the entire supply chain for efficiency, and ultimately contributing to reductions in operational costs.
It sounds like these machines are going to become even more intelligent and proactive in managing their floral inventory. Less guesswork, more data.
Exactly. They'll be able to anticipate customer needs and operate with greater overall efficiency.
That makes sense.
The report also highlights the continued expansion and refinement of digital payment solutions. Contactless payment methods and mobile wallets are becoming increasingly preferred by consumers. And flower vending machines will need to continue to adapt and offer these convenient options.
Streamlining the purchasing process through secure and user-friendly digital payment options will be essential for attracting and retaining a broad customer base. It just has to be easy.
We can also expect to see these flower vending machines appearing in a wider array of non-traditional locations, such as corporate office buildings, upscale hotels, and even event venues.
Expanding the footprint.
Yeah. It's becoming an interesting way to offer an added amenity and potentially generate a new revenue stream in these diverse settings.
This expansion into more varied and convenient locations will undoubtedly increase accessibility and cater to a broader spectrum of potential needs and occasions.
Partnerships are also likely to become more prevalent, with vending companies potentially teaming up with well-known floral brands and event planning organizations
Okay, interesting collaborations.
to offer exclusive and specially themed floral arrangements. This could be a strategic way to address some of the current limitations in customization we talked about.
These kinds of collaborations can bring established brand recognition and allow for the offering of more specialized and unique products, which can help differentiate vending machine offerings in the market. Good strategy.
Finally, the growing emphasis on sustainability is expected to continue and even intensify,
Yes.
with a greater adoption of eco-friendly packaging materials and more energy-efficient refrigeration technologies. We're likely to see more biodegradable wrapping materials and the use of recyclable components in the machines themselves.
As environmental concerns continue to grow in importance for consumers, these sustainable practices will become increasingly vital for appealing to a wider market and aligning with broader environmental responsibility goals. It's becoming table stakes, really.
So, to bring it all together, this deep dive into the flower vending machine market, based on this very current report, paints a picture of a truly dynamic and expanding industry.
Yeah, definitely dynamic.
It's being significantly driven by our increasing desire for convenience and all these fascinating technological advancements. However, it's also navigating some real challenges related to the costs involved and the ability to offer that personalized touch you might find at a traditional florist.
The projected market growth to nearly $12 billion by the year 2032 is a significant indicator of the immense potential within this market, fueled by ongoing urbanization trends, continuous technological innovation, and those evolving consumer habits that increasingly prioritize speed and self-service options.
And on that thought, it really makes you consider the wider implications of this trend, doesn't it?
It does.
What other services or products that we traditionally acquire in person might see a similar automated vending revolution? What are the ultimate boundaries and possibilities when we automate even something as traditionally personal as buying flowers? It's definitely food for thought.